What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to talk about arm day. So you can divide arm day up into 1 day a week. You can infiltrate these 8 exercises in the middle of your typical workout routines. But these are the 8 exercises I would highly recommend getting in at least once a week if you're really trying to build arms and you want to do this twice a week. Okay. So I like to designate an arm day when I'm training, just because I get a better pump and I also feel like I'm actually getting a little bit more breakdown in tissue, which I know will lead to more growth as long as I'm eating healthy and I'm sleeping and all that. So when it comes to arms, just remember that you want to control the eccentric. You want to use full range of motion. You don't want to be swinging weights and you don't want to be using too much momentum. But obviously in the later sets, you're probably going to lose technique if you're trying to exercise to failure. So don't beat yourself up if you lose technicality. That's fine. Getting those partial reps or trying to squeeze some reps out at the end, even if it's not full range of motion, that's totally fine. As long as you're not overdoing it or feeling any pain, you should be good. When it comes to arm day, the first exercise I'm going to start with is the seated bicep curl. Okay, the seated bicep curl is going to be with a high incline or shoulder press back rest. So you get a nice flat back. So you're not using anything but your arms. So you're isolating your arms. You can do those 1 or 2 at a time. Then we have the seated overhead triceps. So using that same bench, so we're not wasting time on transition. After the bicep set, we can either superset into the overhead tricep, or we can perform the 3 to 4 sets of biceps. First being the warm-up set, and then having 3 to 4 primary sets. Following that, going into the tricep, or you could go bicep, tricep, bicep, tricep. So if you want a superset, that's fine. Or if you want to go all biceps, then all triceps. That's what I would do. So I would do just your seated bicep, 3 to 4 sets. First set is going to be a warm-up, and 3 to 4 sets of a good primary set where you're trying to go to your full range of motion and you're trying to go to failure or close to failure. Then you're doing seated overhead triceps. So you're using a dumbbell, 2-hand overhead tricep, 2 at a time. So it'll go a lot quicker probably than the seated bicep if you're doing alternating seated bicep, or you can do the bicep 2 at a time. So if you're trying to save a little bit of time. Preacher curl or 1-arm curl would be next. So that's isolated 2-arm curl, okay, or isolated 1-arm curl over a preacher. After that, we're going to go to skull crushers. So we're going to lower a preacher curl. So we're going to use that same preacher curl for the 1-arm curl, or so the same preacher bar for the curl as the skull crusher. And we're going to lay on our back and then press it away from our forehead. Okay. And then for 21s, that's going to go back to the preacher curl, or that's going to be a straight bar, and you're going to do 7 partial reps at a low range of motion, and then 7 partial reps at a high range of motion, and then 7 total reps. That's why we call that 21s. Then after that, we do the tricep push down. So your straight bar tricep push down. This is the meat and potatoes of triceps, the push down. So if you want to skip everything else, I would just do the push down with the straight bar. And then when it comes to, if you have time for 7 and 8, maybe do something like spider curls where your chest is rested or you're kind of hanging, or doing a 1-arm curl hanging. And then I have 30s, we call it tricep 30s, which is 10 reps really wide grip, 10 reps very narrow grip, and then 10 reps reverse tricep extension. So these are my top 8 arm exercises. I've been doing these at least once a week each, and then I'll have an arm day typically on Saturday. So if I work out 7 days a week, Saturday, the day 6 will be arm day. If I work out 6 days in that week, that 6th day will be arm day. If I work out 5 days that week, I might not get to arm day. So I might have to wait until the following week on day 1. So I have a 7-day split. Arm day is day 6, and I just follow the 7 days in order. So regardless of what I train next, I train whatever day is next. So day 1 is more chest tri, day 1 is 2 more back bi, and then day 3 is more shoulder abs, day 4 is legs, day 5 is upper body and accessory, day 6 is arms, and day 7 is legs. So we have 2 major leg days. I don't want to have more than 2 leg days because the legs take a long time to recover, and you still got to hit your shoulders on a full day. You still got to get your arms on a full day. And if you're trying to build either your chest or back, you need to do those twice a week. So that's why I do chest twice a week, because I'm trying to build that. If I was trying to build back, or if I was trying to build shoulders, I would do those twice a week. But right now I'm going chest twice a week because that's my major emphasis. Everything else I hit almost every time I work out. So I'll hit a little bit of legs on Monday, Tuesday before leg day on Thursday. I won't hit any legs on Wednesday because I really want to prep for Thursday. And then Friday, Saturday, my legs are pretty much scorched. Sunday, I kind of work them because I know that it's about time to reactivate them. And then Monday's big chest, Tuesday's big back, Wednesday's big shoulder. And then we go back to legs on Thursday. We have our accessory or chest day, or whatever your major emphasis is, back on Friday, arm day, and then Sunday would be your deadlifts and more of your glute focused leg day, where Thursday is going to be more quad focused leg day. So I do split up the leg days from front focused to back focused, and that's my 7-day split. So in my next video, I'm going to go over my top 8 arm exercises. I'm going to go over each exercise. Before I make that video, ask me any questions you got. Leave a comment. All right, thanks a lot.